making me do vertical. Anyways, I just want to come on here and say where I've been for the last 2 years. First off, I just uploaded my first video in like a year and a half yesterday. So first off, go check that out because this video is going to contain lots of spoilers. But yeah, there's not even anyone in the live yet. I don't even know if I'm living anyone. I don't really have service here, so I'm kind of hoping it goes through. But short answer, I've been in hiding. And yeah, if you guys want to leave some comments, I'll try to answer all the questions. But basically, I just want to kind of explain where I've been and kind of give the whole story of why I got off YouTube. And then I'll answer some questions, and that'll be the live stream. Okay, people are coming in now. Nice. So basically, after I did a few videos on a haunted house called McKamey Manor. It's supposed to be the scariest haunted house in the world. And so I went through it because I like challenging myself. I went through it, and basically I ended up finding out that it was like this crazy like guy who actually just likes to torture people. And this is like his excuse of getting away with torture, you know, is he's like, oh, I have a haunted house, come, and like it's like his way of doing it. And then this guy hit me up and's like, hey, there's also this other like movie director who likes torturing people too, and he has this crazy excuse. His name's Lucifer Valentine, but the thing with this guy is like no one actually knows who he is. So you got to go on like a journey to find him, you know? And I was like, oh, this is gonna be just like McKamey Manor, sick. So I did this video, and like halfway through filming the video, I'm like, I hired this like secret undercover agent, and she basically like it was supposed to help me like trap Lucifer Valentine in like my movie, because I was like, the whole joke is like I'm gonna make my own disturbing movie on the disturbing movie iceberg that's even below his. And the secret agent, like, I guess kind of got brainwashed by Lucifer Valentine. He like convinced her that he's the good guy and that I'm actually a bad person because I'm investigating a nice person. I think he convinced her that I'm actually pranking her. And so she turned on me and told him the whole plan. And I was like, well, I just put in like a month and a half, 2 months of work into this video, and it's all just in the garbage now. I can't do anything. And then also I was looking back at the video. I'm like, all of my McKamey Manor stuff got demonetized. I wasn't making any money off of it. And like this video is even more gnarly than that. Like this is definitely either gonna get demonetized or taken off YouTube. So I was like, I made a live stream, I think, where I was like, dude, if anyone out there like knows any people in TV, like hit me up, you know, like I want to do like TV, like YouTube isn't working for me. And so basically I was like, I got hit up by like, I think like 5 or 6 different TV networks, and they were like, dude, I would love to like, or like producers that like produced for these like TV networks hit me up, and they're like, dude, I would love to like make a TV show with you. Like you do the craziest stuff ever. Like we can definitely like package it correctly so like it's good for an audience, you know, because like the stuff you do is awesome. Maybe it's not packaged correctly, and so it's not hitting this like big audience, but if we like package it and market it right, I think we could like make this a huge TV show. So I actually ended up working with some people that like I really look up to, like the people that produce for like Sacha Baron Cohen and Nathan For You, like my favorite TV shows in the entire world. The producers of those shows are hitting me up and like, hey, let's make a TV show together. And so they basically pitch me to like these like networks, and I have this like Google Docs of 50 ideas that I want to do that I just don't have the budget for. I don't have a team for. Like I literally can't do them because I'm just like myself. I'm just a stupid little YouTuber, you know. But if I had a TV show behind me, I could do like these crazy things. And I've like literally every time I like think of this idea where I'm like, I want to do this, I just can't do it. I just write it in the Google Doc. So I have so many ideas just ready, you know. And so we're like getting on these like Zoom meetings with like these like high up like network execs and stuff. And we're like, I'm like pitching them these ideas, and they're like, these are the craziest ideas we've ever heard in our lives. Like, this is awesome. We cannot film it though, because like we are going to get like sued like millions and millions of dollars. Like there's no way we could ever make this into an episode, you know? And so I'm like, gosh, dang it. Like, I really want to do these ideas. Like, I can't do these ideas on myself. A TV show can't do these ideas. So I started thinking, I'm like, okay, we pitch them this idea. We're like, what if I do these ideas on my own? So I'm not affiliated with the network. I'm responsible for all the consequences, but then afterwards, you guys package it, you guys market it on your platform, right? And so that way you guys aren't responsible for anything. I'll take all the responsibility. If anything bad happens, I'm liable. We just then put it on your platforms afterwards, right? And the TV shows are like, okay, if you want to go out and start filming, sick, that sounds awesome, you know? And just go out and start filming it, and then we can package it, we can market it for you. Like, we're not going to shadow ban you, we're not going to censor you. Like, this is going to be a huge thing, you know? And I'm having these, like, some of the top producers in, like, the industry, like, working on this with me, and everyone's, like, super excited about it. And then and so then I spend a year and a half just every day either filming or, like, going through the footage, like, every single day. Like, I took no breaks filming this thing for the last year and a half. Every single day we're just doing something crazy, and literally the craziest, like, I literally can't say what it is yet, but we filmed, I think I have enough content for 5 to 7 movies. If it's 5 movies, some of them are gonna be like 2.5 hours long, or I think I could make them a little shorter and make it down to 7 movies. But they all kind of follow a storyline. It starts off where I was like, dude, I wanna find Banksy, and not necessarily dox Banksy, but I wanna find out just like the challenge of, like, what does it take to find the most mysterious man in the world? You know, he's the most famous person in the world who no one knows who he is. And so I was like, how kind of like document, like, how is he that famous, but also no one's leaked his identity? And kind of like, so I wouldn't actually leak his identity, but like just finding like kind of that. And then I wanted to have him like tattoo either me or a friend, that way, because all of Banksy's artwork sells for like millions of dollars. So then we can claim like, oh, my body's literally worth $1 million to have a Banksy tattoo on me. And also the joke is like, what if he tattoos like my finger, you know? And like, people are known for, like, say he like graffitis a brick on a building, people will literally like go and they'll like cut off the brick and they'll like literally like steal the building in order to like get a Banksy piece. So it's like, the whole joke is like, what if he tattoos my hand? Then I have to like walk around the rest of my life thinking someone's gonna like cut off my hand, you know? Or like my finger, like someone might try and like cut off my finger just so they can have a Banksy piece. It's kind of like the joke. So that's like where it starts. And then within the first like 10 minutes, obviously it just completely derails, goes into like crazy subjects that I literally can't even talk about. We got in a lot of trouble. And I was kind of banking off the fact that like the TV show would be there to like support us afterwards, you know? And because we had like all these executives from these networks are like, dude, this is crazy. And we even show them the footage. Like I would come up with like rough edits, you know, and I show them the episodes. I'm like, this is what an episode could look like. Like, let's kind of like spice it up and then we'll put it on the platform. And they're like, dude, this is the craziest thing I've ever seen. Like, this is awesome, you know? And so then after that, basically, I'm like, sick. Like, I got a TV show. This is all these like TV shows. It was like, we wanted to like make them, like, so many TV shows wanted this that it was like, let's make them compete prices, you know? Like, let's have like Netflix compete with Amazon, compete with HBO, because like, and like, let's make them all compete against each other, because like everyone wanted it, you know? And then I guess a couple weeks later they got back and they're like, yeah, we ran this like by our lawyers and our legal team. We can, like, even though you filmed this already, we can't put it on our platform because like, it's just too dangerous. Like, the stuff you did is like too crazy, you know? And a lot of I think some of the networks too are like, we're looking at some other investigative journalists that do like the whole like spy camera thing, you know? They go into like places with spy cameras and they don't push it as much as you guys. They're a lot safer with their work. Obviously they're not doing anything like crazy. Like, they're doing like really stupid stuff. It's like, I walked into, I don't want to like call it specific people, but like they're doing basically like their whole documentary. We do more in the first like 3 minutes of our documentary than they complete in their entire like 6-part series, you know what I mean? Like, whatever they do in their 6-part series, we accomplish in the first like literally 5 minutes of the video. And then it's like a 2-hour-long video after that, which like it keeps upping the stakes even after that, you know? And the TV shows are like, yeah, we think this is more digestible for an audience. We think this is more, we're not gonna get sued, we're not gonna get shut down. It's less of a risk. It's safer, you know? So they went with them. And and so now I'm kind of like, well, what do I do? I'm in a lot of legal trouble, kind of on the run. And yeah, I posted the first movie. It's just all edited by me to Patreon. If you want to see it, it's only $5 on my Patreon. I don't want this to be like an ad though. It's just like, if you guys want to see it, the first video, and I think every movie does get crazier and crazier. So like movie 2 is even crazier than movie 1. Movie 3 is even crazier than movie 2. Movie 4 is crazier than movie 3. But yeah, the first one is on my Patreon. It's like kind of the start of the whole thing. The people that saw it are like, I think there's like 80 comments on it, and every single comment is like, dude, this is the craziest thing on the entire internet. Like, I totally see why a TV show wouldn't pick this up, you know? And so people are kind of understanding why it's not safe for TV. And like each one just gets crazier and crazier too. So it's like, I can't talk about what they are yet, but come out. But yeah. Anyways, that's kind of where I've been. And then I released the Loose for Valentine video. Oh, there we go. I'm back. Yeah, the Loose for Valentine video that I did, that wasn't a part of the, like the 5 movies I've made. That was something I was working on before the streaming networks hit me up. And that was kind of what got me to think, because I was like, dang, like the stuff I'm doing is kind of like too knowledge, like for YouTube, like I should probably get off. So that was always supposed to be on YouTube. That was kind of just more of a simpler video. And then I actually waited a year. In the video, I kind of make it seem like it's like one whole thing where I'm like, oh, like the girl leaks my thing, and then I just find Loose for Valentine's house like the next day. But it was actually over a year gap in between those 2 clips. Like after, like from where Loose for Valentine finds out like my plan to like infiltrate him in his cult, and then like the next clip after that was actually filmed about a year and a half later. And so there was just that whole year. And what's really funny is when we go to the weed store, because I was told by like my undercover agent that he goes literally every single day, and he like never skips a day going to that weed store. And we go to the weed store, and they're like, yeah, he hasn't been here since literally the day of that phone call, which was a year and a half before that. And like, that was his last day. Cause like we can log him and we can see he used to come in every single day. And that was the last day he came in here. So then obviously I was with my friend Suki, our response is, oh, well, he just moved locations then, you know, like people don't just stop smoking weed like that. Like, you know, he just moved locations. But it turns, I mean, this is spoiler territory now. Go watch the video if you haven't seen it yet. So I'm going to spoil some stuff. But it turns out he actually still lives there. He just stopped smoking weed, I guess. Which, I mean, props to him, dude. It's hard to just cut cold turkey like that. Like, stopping smoking weed, I mean, especially if you're doing it every single day, that's a hard thing to just, I mean, people say it's not addictive, but it's hard to just quit like that, cold turkey. And that he hasn't even, like, relapsed once is a crazy thing. So, yeah, that's insane that I guess good for him. But yeah, another thing I want to address too is I got a lot of comments saying like, it's so messed up that you scammed Loose for Valentine, even though like, I think they acknowledge that Loose for Valentine did bad things, but they're saying like, you scammed Loose for Valentine and that's bad that you just get to keep this money. And the first thing is, I actually agree with that. I think it's supposed to be more of a commentary on the legal system. The video is, it's also supposed to be like showing like Loose for Valentine got away with all this stuff because our legal system's broken. And so by me doing this, I'm showing how broken the legal system is. And so basically it's a message like, let's fix the legal system, you know? And obviously I'm not going to keep that money for myself. Like Loose for Valentine actually never did anything to hurt me personally. So I definitely don't deserve that money. But it's like, what do I do with it? You know, my first instinct. So one of the problems I have with making these videos is I think of an idea and I just execute on it. I don't really think of the consequences of the idea. So I was like, dude, so this is my thought process. I'm like, dude, there's so many people that deserve to sue Loose for Valentine, but all of them are too traumatized by Loose for Valentine to like face him in a courtroom. So like, even though they deserve to be served by Loose for Valentine, or even though they deserve to sue Loose for Valentine, none of them want to. And I was like, that doesn't seem fair. So what if I sue almost in their spot? You know what I mean? So I sue Loose for Valentine on behalf of them. I win and then give them all the money. And so that was kind of the plan. I like went through with that plan without thinking of the consequences. And then I started to think, well, how do I give the money to the victims? You know, like there's like 40 to 50 victims of his, and I have no clue who they are because all of them are like in hiding. So if I come out in this video and say like, hey, I'm going to give all the money to the victims, I'm just going to have a bunch of people messaging me and there's no way to verify if they're the actual victims or not. And then also it's incentivizing people to like, oh, like Loose for Valentine hurt me really bad, so pay me more money. And so they might lie about their experience in order to get money from me. So it's like, I feel like it was a bad thing to do to give the money to the victims. And then also, say someone is like a real victim of his, and I give more money to someone else who was lying, how's that make the real victim feel, you know? And so it's going to be way too hard to like, and it's like, you got hurt by Lucifer Valentine more, so I'm going to give you more money. And it's going to end up just like hurting the victims in the long run by like trying to distribute the money to them. So then I started thinking, okay, what if I donate the $12,000 to a domestic abuse charity, right? Because it's like, it's kind of what Lucifer Valentine was doing. It's like domestic abuse, and it's the closest thing that he was doing, you know? He would get people to live with him for months, and he would trap them in his house and then abuse them. So it's technically domestic abuse. And yeah, basically, I was like, if I give it to a charity, then at least he can help undo some of the damage that he caused, you know? So he caused some damage, but now he's helping undo some, you know? It doesn't make it fully right, but at least it's a step in the right direction. And then I was also experimenting with some other ideas, which is like, maybe I could hire him a therapist, you know, like maybe donating to a domestic abuse charity is a good thing, but Lucifer Valentine's still going to keep hurting people. But what if we could like use that money to hopefully end this abuse once and for all? Like maybe get him a therapist, get him like a support network where he doesn't feel like he has to hurt people anymore, you know? That could maybe be a good use of money. I don't know. I really don't know what the best thing to do is. And I want to see what your guys' opinions are, because I'm stuck, dude. Also, getting him to pay the $12,500 is going to be a mission on its own, too. It's been 30 days since the court case. And if he doesn't pay the money in 30 days, then I think he can have a warrant out for his arrest. It's been over 30 days now. So he could even just get arrested because of this. Also, another thing that could happen is like ultimately, I took him to court because it was like, as a journalist, I want to hear all sides of the story, right? And so I heard every person's side but his side. And I was like, okay, so if I take him to court, I can hear his side. You know, I'll lose the court case because obviously it's a bogus case, but then I'll lose the court case, but then I'll get to hear his side at least. So maybe I go up to his house and I'm like, hey, like, we can return the money. I just want to hear your side. Like, how did you get into movie directing? You know, like, why did you feel like this was an okay thing to do? Because from his perspective, he probably doesn't think he did anything wrong, you know, like, and so just kind of like understanding his side, I think is also a very important thing too. So I don't know. Everyone in the contracts is saying my contract was not legal and I lied in court. So I didn't lie in court. He did sign a contract that said we could torture him. That wasn't a lie. Everything I said in court was truthful. And the way that I got him to sign his contract was 100% more fair than he would get the girls to sign their contracts, because he wouldn't tell you're right, I did not tell Lucifer Valentine that by signing the contract, it meant I get to torture him, but he also wouldn't tell the girls that too. He wouldn't tell the girls that he was going to hurt them, and a lot of them didn't think they were actually going to get hurt and abused. They thought they could leave when they wanted to. They didn't know that by signing this contract, it was going to do that. And then also, he would get them super drunk and intoxicated on lots of drugs before signing the contract, which is illegal. Lucifer Valentine was sober when he signed our contract. So if Lucifer Valentine wants to argue that our contract is illegal, that is very hypocritical of him to argue that. And I think Lucifer Valentine is very confident doing contracts in this manner. We just did the Lucifer Valentine way of signing a contract. So if he doesn't like signing a contract this way, he's going against his own methods, which would be hypocritical of him. The only reason we signed the contract in this way is because that's how he's always done contracts. And that's what we thought he liked, you know? And that's what I was going to say in court too. If the judge was like, well, why didn't you tell him what the thing was? We were going to be like, well, this is how he's always signed contracts. And we didn't want to offend him by doing it in a different way. We wanted to stay true to his methods, you know? So everyone that's saying that we were doing a bad thing with getting him to sign a contract this way, this is what he's always done. And so we didn't want to offend him by going against his methods, you know? We were trying to honor his methods, and I think it's a respectable thing that we did it this way. I think he would respect it. Anyways, I think that's all I want to say. There's one last thing. A lot of people were saying I was breathing in my, that was like, I think it was like 70% of the comments on the video. It's crazy. I wasn't expecting that, because it's funny. I like released this crazy documentary where like I feel like I went on this like crazy journey to take down this bad guy, and the only thing people seemed to care about was me breathing. I guess I did I got really excited when I was doing the voiceover. I was like, yeah, we're gonna take him down, and we're gonna and when I was doing the voiceover, I was like really excited doing the voiceovers, and I guess I was breathing in it, and a lot of people said it was like annoying where they turned it off, and I'm not even joking. I think 70% of the comments were about how I was breathing, and so I think I lost a lot of viewership because of that. So I'll probably stop breathing. I'll just hold my breath for the next videos I do, I guess. Um, yeah, yeah, I'll just have to stop breathing, I guess. But yeah, it was very interesting how I was like kind of surprised. I'm like, wow, like, cause I didn't even notice it. I was like, wow, I guess I'm just excited, you know. But I guess if the breathing was that bad, yeah, I'm sorry that I was breathing, guys. I guess I know now. I'll fix that mistake in my future videos. I won't breathe anymore. I'll just hold my breath next time I film a video. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna read some comments now, and then I'll head off because I think that's everything I wanted to say. Just need the mic, hold the mic a bit further away. Is that how you fix the breath? Yeah, because I was wondering, like, how do other people do voiceovers? Because other people do voiceovers where they get excited. If I'm not excited, I'm not breathing that hard, but like I get excited in my voiceovers. Like, how do you not breathe? Like, to shout into a microphone, you have to inhale or exhale, right? Like, I don't understand, but I guess the video creation is, someone said to breathe through my skin. I guess it's a learning process. I'm still learning. I'm still just a stupid YouTuber just figuring it all out, you know? Okay, what are people saying? Oh shoot, there's so many comments. Okay. Oh, also, last thing I want to say too is I want to start doing weekly uploads again, just because if the streaming, the video thing isn't gonna, like, doing on the network isn't gonna work, I think, here's my plan. I'm gonna, oh shoot, someone just donated 20 bucks. Let me read this comment. You the man, glad you back. Anyone who has a problem with what you're doing doesn't have to watch it. Yeah, but a lot of people, I would get comments that were like, I really like this content. I really like your content. I just had to turn it off because of the breathing. So I got to fix it somehow. I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, so here's my plan. Since I guess all the movies I made can't stream, I got to figure out myself legally. So if anyone is like really good in law and stuff and like knows lawyers and stuff and think they can help, hit me up too, because I definitely need some legal help before I can post the rest. I posted the first movie. I'm kind of like feeling out the waters, feel how it is. But before I can post the rest, we definitely need to be legally cleared. So if anyone is like a really good lawyer and can help get me like cleared of these charges, then I'd be sick and I can release it. But yeah, it's not just me too. It's my friends that got in trouble too. And I can't like get my friends in trouble, you know? So it's like, I literally can't post anything until I get it legally cleared. So if anyone out there can like help, cause if it was just me, I'd probably post it honestly, but I can't get my friends in trouble. That's like, I would never make YouTube videos again. I would feel so bad if I got my friends in trouble. Someone said, where can we see the first movie? They donated $5. Actually, Jay Will, you could have just used that $5 on Patreon, and because the first movie is only $5 on Patreon. You could use that same $5 on Patreon and watch the movie for free. Now you have to spend $5 again. But yeah, it's on Patreon at Reckless Ben. So Patreon/Reckless Ben, and it's the pinned thing. It's called Can I Find Banksy? And really, it's only about finding Banksy for the first like 5 minutes, and that just derails into just craziness, is all I can say. Someone just said that movie is easily worth $50. $5 is a steal. Yeah, I put so much work in that video. That video is crazy, dude. But anyways, yeah, I also want to do a thing where I set up an email, recklessben12323@gmail.com. I'll say it again, recklessben12323@gmail.com. Is basically where you can email me if you have a crazy like mystery you want to solve, or a crazy like thing where the police can't help you. Email me your idea in that email, and if the idea is good enough, I want to start doing weekly videos again. So I said that at the end of the last video, and I got like 100 emails. I've only looked at like half of them, and they're all literally I don't think I've seen a bad idea yet. Every single idea is actually really, really good. So if I can't do your idea, it's not that it's like a bad idea. It's just literally they're all so good. But like half the ideas are like I thought you guys were gonna request stuff like there was a mysterious alien sighting, or like someone scammed my grandma, or like I I don't know, like just like simple stuff like that. Like someone cheated on my girlfriend cheated on me. I want to find out with who. Stuff like just like simple stuff. Or like someone keeps like putting like garden gnomes on this like building and we don't know who it is. Every time we take away a gnome, someone keeps putting the gnome back. Like just like kind of goofy mysteries, like town mysteries that have like never been solved. But like everything is like 4 children show up dead in the woods. No one knows who they are. Like this person, there's like a murderer in Houston and we want to catch like the serial killer and stuff. And it's all like, gosh dang, dude, like people spend like years of their lives like solving these crimes. Like I can't do that every single week. But that's like what like half the ideas are. Like I think you guys think like way too highly of me. But yeah. I kind of just want to solve like town mysteries, like a mystery that like the town has always had but like could never solve it, like there's these mysterious like statues keep popping up and no one knows who's behind them or something, just like stuff like that is kind of what I'm like super interested in because I can like have fun with it. It's really hard to have fun with the videos where it's like someone dies, and it's like I still want to like solve it and stuff, but it's like first off I'm not the police, and then second off it's like I don't know. But anyways, I think I'm probably gonna head out, but yeah, nice talking to you guys and see you later. Bye. How do I turn this off? Oh no, I can't turn it off. Dang. Oh, there we go. Okay, see ya.